You're listening to The Waste Less Life, a podcast for the planet. I'm Spencer.
I'm Blake.
And I'm Alex, and we're here to remind you that you don't have to be completely wasteless to waste less.
Everyone has what it takes to help the planet. So on this podcast, we'll give you easy, everyday tips on how you can reduce your environmental footprint, throw away less, and do your part to make the world a better place for everyone.
We know not everyone can change their whole life to be a dedicated environmentalist, but we think that if we all made a few small efforts, our planet would thank us.
We have a guest today. It's our first guest on The Waste Less Life. It's our friend Alex. Hi, Alex.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. Hi, Blake. Hi, Spencer.
Thanks for joining us today.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Today, we have all come together to talk about something that is not only really important, but relevant and important to us as people. Pride. It's Pride Month.
Yeah, it's
Happy
June.
Pride.
Happy Pride Month.
Woohoo! Pride.
So Pride is a really great time to come together. It's a time to celebrate individuality. It's a time to celebrate all of the efforts that have gone into creating safe spaces and safe policies for LGBTQIA people. It is a time to come together and be your best self and let loose and have as much fun as you possibly can in the beautiful summer weather. Pride is such a good time. With all the fun and celebration is always a downside.
All the trash.
Yeah, that's the thing with Pride is it's like any other festival or, most of the Pride festivities tend to have a lot of trash. You've got people handing you documentation, brochures and pamphlets and letters to your Congress people.
You act like it's just documentation, as if they don't hand out free condoms.
Hand out condoms, yes. All kinds of waste goes into it. And so we're here to give you some tips on how you can celebrate Pride, be yourself, have a great time, but also maybe not hurt the planet so bad in the process.
Yeah, reduce that waste a little bit, you know?
We're not here to single out Pride because all gatherings and festivities are inherently wasteful. With a mass amount of people, you have to take certain safety precautions, such as using non-reusable cups. Usually, if you buy a drink from a bar, they'll give it to you in a little plastic cup. Those cups come with straws. Like you said earlier, parades give out handouts. Like you might get a bracelet or a cute sticker or little pride flags. And those are so fun in the moment. Everybody's having a good time. You got all your new bling, got your new sticker on, but what happens after the Pride Festival's over?
They go in the trash.
They go in the trash. And not saying you can't use those, cute little handouts forever and keep them as memorabilia, but the sad reality of that is a lot of the handouts do just end up on the ground, which will end up in the trash, in gutters. You have to think about that type of scenario when it comes to having fun. You're having so much fun you don't notice it, and then once everybody leaves, the people who clean up are the people who have to take all of that into consideration. Most people just don't see it.
Exactly. And those little handouts, when they're presented to you in the moment, you're like, oh yeah, a free thing. Heck yeah.
I'll take 20.
Yeah, right? Load me up. But then you get home after Pride and then it just sits there. I've gone to Pride and gotten a goodie bag and collected all this stuff to get home. And those are bad too, because they're plastic bags as well.
I always bring my backpack to Pride so that whenever I do get things, I don't have to take a plastic bag.
Bring your own goodie bag, bring a cloth reusable bag, and put all the condoms in it.
So when you're being presented with these just attractive pieces of plastic, take a moment to pause and reflect and think, hold on, am I actually going to use this thing? There are so many cute, Pride koozies, but, think to yourself, do you actually ever use koozies at all? I've collected koozies and then they've just sat in my cabinet and I've never used them. So
Same.
Just take that extra moment to assess the value of whatever the free handout is. And then, if it's something that you might actually use, it's a candle or a chapstick or something, then go for it if it's something that you'll actually utilize in your life.
Yeah, definitely turn down the stuff that you're not going to use. Even if I know that Pride things that I've been to, they're handing out pamphlets about hey, here's what this organization is trying to do to help or whatever. And so a lot of times with stuff like that, I'll be taking pictures of all of it because maybe I want the information, but I don't want to like keep up with the paper or send the paper to the trash or whatever. So take pictures of the like documentation of the paper that you want and turn down all the other stuff that you just don't need.
Oh yeah, I love that idea. You could even like just create a new little photo album in your phone and then drop all the pictures in there real quick. If it's actually something important enough that you'll go back and look at, because pamphlets can be so attractive too. Just getting things for free is like almost an addicting experience.
And it's hard to say no to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say no when you're having so much fun. You're like, I'll have that. Thank you for that. Like, I'll take that. And it's just like, now you've got a handful of papers that you're going to sit down and you're probably going to forget about, and then it'll just end up in the trash.
Exactly.
Yeah, or it's like it's an organization you care about, so you feel bad saying, nope, I don't want that. Like, you want to be able to take it and support them and learn about the thing or whatever. So, yeah, taking a picture is helpful. Also, I'm more likely to visit something again if it's in my camera roll versus if it's a piece of paper that I have to keep up with and get home safely. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. That can easily get lost on the way home.
Another thing that can help reduce the waste at Pride is to take your own water bottle. Stay hydrated, of course, but don't be using like plastic cups every time you get thirsty. Bring a water bottle and find places to refill it and just like have it on you. I mean, that's just a tip for everyday life, but especially if you're outside at a festival or at a parade or anything like that.
Bringing your own hydration it's a game changer, because then you won't be stranded and thinking, I'm so thirsty, I have to buy the first water bottle I see.
Exactly.
So whenever we're celebrating, we always have like really fun, exciting, colorful materials like balloons. Balloons are everywhere for Pride. Confetti, glitter.
Oh my gosh, glitter.
Yeah. The glitter.
Yeah, glitter is so fun, but it is so bad for the environment, because
really
usually
is.
glitter is just ground up plastic particles, shiny, metallic plastic particles. And it's everywhere too. So it not only is it on you, but it's washing down into the gutters, into the streams, into the water systems. Like, it's
Getting in fish's eyeballs.
They're like, no, it's Pride again.
They can't
sad
see.
fish. I mean, I'm not sure if there's like an alternative to like rubber balloons that are like fun and exciting, but we can hold back on a little bit of glitter. There's also biodegradable glitter. You can buy that. You can use paper confetti. It's still wasteful, but
I mean, it's spring. You can get a hole punch and pick a bunch of pretty flowers and do a hole punch on the leaves and like make your own confetti or glitter.
Oh, natural glitter and confetti.
wait, that's really cool. And it would smell good too.
It'd smell good. It'd be awesome. It would just buy it. You don't have to clean it up. It would just, it's not even like paper. I feel like you'd still want to clean up.
So that's a really cool idea. I guess I haven't ever heard of that.
Yeah, that's so crafty.
Well, that's why we're here, Spencer, to give the people the tips they haven't heard of.
Okay, so another little thing, when everybody goes out and celebrates, they want to have their best outfit on. They want to be flashy. They want the best look possible. They'll go out, they'll get the shiniest cap with the rainbows all over it.
If I have one article of clothing that's not a rainbow, what's the point of going to Pride?
Right, like if you buy this one little outfit and then you wear it for one day, and then it's so flamboyant it's hard for you to wear it elsewhere, that just equates to something that doesn't get used very often and or could be thrown away if you're that type of person. Pride based apparel is always a huge thing in June, in Pride Month around the world. So when it comes to these companies producing fast fashion, like we talked about last episode, and they produce these little things with rainbows all over them, it's important to consider how you would use the item. Are you going to wear this every day, or is it just going to be a flashy little thing that you'll buy once and then discard after you're done with it, after, your weekend's over?
Yeah, I think that it could be just like you can get something that's a little more subtle that is something that you could still be wearing out on just like a regular Thursday in August, but would still like you could still fit in at Pride. So if you find yourself not wearing your super bright Pride gear through the rest of the year, maybe try to find something that you could still wear to celebrate Pride, but you could also still wear to celebrate Pride through the rest of the year without feeling out of place. I have a rainbow watch band that I'm always wearing, and I wore it to Pride last year, and I wear it, around all the time. It's not something that I can only wear in June. It's something that I can show my pride in June at a Pride Festival, but I can also wear it whenever.
My personal solution is to just not wear clothes.
That's zero waste.
Who needs that, honestly?
Who needs it? It's Pride Month. On the same note with that, though, buying clothes, not wearing clothes. But on that note, the stuff that's like Pride 2021 or the stuff that's like branded for a year, and this goes for any holiday, just don't. Like, you're going to wear it for that one time and you literally can't wear it again.
I'm going to counter you because that could be a fun little souvenir to make you remember a certain time.
Oh, that is true.
If you're just going to buy it and it's going to be kitschy, like it's ugly and it's you only buying it to wear it for that one specific day, then I wouldn't do that. But like if you're buying it for a memorabilia piece, I buy shirts like that have dates on them so I can be like, yeah, I was there. This is the date that I was there.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Now, I'm totally with you.
I support that too. If it's the end of Pride, you've had an amazing time, you're like, all right, let's lock it in on a Pride 2021 shirt because Pride 2021 was just so incredibly special to me. I want to remember this moment forever.
No, I'm with you. If you're gonna wear it again, if it's something that you're gonna keep wearing to remember the moment, or something that you're gonna treasure to remember the moment, then yes, by all means. But if it's something, yeah, like you said, Spencer, like you're gonna buy it for Pride 2021, and then after that you're gonna think, oh, it's not that anymore. I'm not gonna wear that. Old news. Then maybe try to find something that you can still use next year.
And like, it's interesting though, because like refusing handouts, the things have already been made, but where do they go after Pride too? What does the business do with what they have left over? Like, I hope they don't just dump that.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine how much Pride related merchandise gets put into the bin at the end of the season. It's almost like holiday stuff.
Yeah, but turning it down is still useful because at the end, if they've thrown away 100 shirts, they'll say, okay, next year, let's make 100 shirts less. They're doing it to save money. They don't care about the environment. But by not having that demand out there, you're probably helping reduce it for next time.
Yeah, it starts to build that kind of precedence or public perception that handouts aren't super cool unless they're like a useful thing and it's not just a piece of waste essentially that you're handing out.
All right, so we like to end every episode of The Wasteless Life by giving you some tips that you can work on right now. If you don't get anything else from the episode, we want you to at least have a tip from each of us that we think is really important.
All right, so my Pride tip, or basically any festival or celebration tip, would just be to be prepared. Know what you're going to need whenever you go. Bring a water bottle. I always bring a water bottle. I bring my backpack. I bring my own Germex. I bring all the essentials that I'll need so that whenever I'm out and having a good time, I won't have to go out of my way to get a water bottle or a plastic straw or utensil or plastic cup to be able to have fun and continue like enjoying my day when I need something like that. So just having in mind what you could possibly bring to alleviate that kind of thing in your day. And I'm not saying like be a utilitarian, because I'm a utilitarian and I overpack for my little excursions, but just bring whatever you need.
My tip is a weird one. It's not, I guess, your standard The Wasteless Life tip. My tip is to not take any of these rules too seriously, because Pride is such an important part of the year. It's such an important time, especially for a lot of people who don't feel like they can be themselves at other places or in other times of the year. And so if spending a month being able to be yourself and express yourself and feel open and loved and just be able to be who you are means that you're going to have a shirt that you're not going to wear next year, or it means you're going to throw away a few cups, well, I think that's okay. I think that supporting organizations or your local LGBT community or just being yourself is more important than saving a few cups or a few handouts or shirts from a landfill. So my advice and my tip is to do what you can to reduce your waste, but also just make sure that while you're doing it, you're still expressing yourself, you're still being yourself and doing what Pride is all about.
Yeah, I like that a lot, Blake. I think I'll tag on a little bit here too, in that just being cognizant of the waste, paying attention to it. Don't let it totally kill your vibe for the weekend or festival wherever you're at the moment. But it is something to note. As an individual, there's only so much we can do in large situations like this that are largely corporatized anyways, and the companies are the ones providing all the waste anyway. That I think my tip would be to talk about it with someone while you're at Pride. Just say like, man, like this festival is awesome, but like, dang, this is kind of ridiculous how much waste we have. Just to help spread the awareness a little bit even.
Yeah, you're not even thinking about it.
Yeah, being aware, that's always something I just want everybody to be aware. Because most of the time you just get stuff and you don't even notice it. You're having a good time. But like Blake said, have a good time. Like, you're there to have a good time. You're there to be part of the community and express yourself.
Spread awareness, not STDs.
Okay, I love that, Alex. Thank you to our friend Alex for joining us this week. It was really fun having you.
Woohoo, this was such a blast, you guys. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
You have such a great insight on the world, and I'm glad that you could help talk to us about something that we all are excited about, Pride. And we hope everybody else has a really happy Pride, and thank you for listening to our show. This episode of The Wasteless Life is plastic-free and infinitely reusable, so go ahead and give it another listen, guilt-free.
Or recycle this episode by sharing it online or with a friend who you think would enjoy it. And follow us on Instagram at WasteLessPodcast.
Okay, bye.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Thanks, guys.